Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video we're gonna be solving this problem, and the question says if 33 base 5 plus 110 base x is equal to 110 base 5, we should find the value of x. So we're going to be solving for x, and that is we want to find the value of x that actually makes this equation to hold. And so it is a number based problem, and so I'm going to be showing you in this video how you can actually solve that. So we're going to continue, but just before we continue, if you start getting value at any point in this video, do not hesitate to give this video a thumb up and also subscribe to our channel. So having said that, we are going to proceed with the solving. Okay, so let me just rewrite my question. 3, that is 33 base 5 plus 110 base x is equal to 110 base 5. Okay, so there are basically two ways you can actually solve this. So one method could be you want to move this one to this side, and then you can now do 110 base 5 minus 33 base 5, since both of them are in the same base. And then once you're done doing that, you can now proceed with the evaluation. But for the sake of clarity and for the sake of this video, I'm going to use the second method. And the second method is I want to convert the three values to base 10, and then once I am done converting it to base 10, I can now proceed to evaluate from there. Okay, so let me convert the first one here, 33 base 5 to base 10. And to do that, I am just going to multiply each of the 10 by the base, and then let me number this 0 1. Okay, so I am going to say 3 times 5 raised to power 1 plus 3 times the base 5 raised to power 0. Okay, and then this is actually going to give me 15 plus 3 times 3 times 1, because anything raised to power, any number raised to power 0 is actually 1. So I'm going to be having that this is equal to 15 plus 3, which is equal to 18. Okay, now I've converted this to base 10, which implies that 33 base 5 is actually 18 in base 10. Okay, so let me convert 110 base x to base 10, and if I do that, so I can have my number right here 0 1 2. Okay, so this is actually going to give me 1 times x raised to power 2 plus 1 times x raised to power 1 plus 0 times x raised to power 0. Okay, simplifying further, I will have that this is 1 times x squared is actually going to give me x squared plus 1 times x raised to power 1 will give me x. Okay, and then 0 multiplied by x raised to power 0 will be 0. So I can leave that term, and I have that 110 base x is actually x squared plus x in base 10. Okay, so converting the last one, 110 base x is actually going to give me, if I do my number 0 1 2. Okay, so I will have that this is 1 times 5 raised to power 2 plus 1 times 5 raised to power 1 plus 0 times 5 raised to power 0. Okay, and then of course this is actually going to give me 1 times 5 squared is 25 plus 1 times 5 plus 0 times 1, any number raised to power 0 is actually 1. Okay, now moving on from here, what I'm going to be having is that this is equal to 25 plus 5, okay, plus 0, and eventually this is equal to 30. Okay, now that I've done converting all of these values, so I'm just going to replace the value in base 10 with the various values in this question. Okay, now what I'm going to be having is that 18 plus x squared plus x is equal to 30, is equal to 30. Okay, so this is the new question I have right there. So I can just collect like terms, and if I do that, I'll have x squared plus x is equal to 30 minus 18. So x squared plus x is equal to, so 30 minus 18 is actually 12. Okay, so this is what I have. And then moving further to solve, I can bring this one to the left hand side. X squared plus x minus 12 is equal to 0. So you can clearly see that this is a quadratic equation. So I'm just going to be using one of the methods of solving a quadratic equation. So in this case, this equation is actually factorizable. What I'm going to do is just to factorize, and to do that I will just look for I will just use the first time to multiply the last one, and that if I do that, x squared times minus 12x will give me minus 12x, and then the second term is x. This is it right here. So I'm going to look for two factors of minus 12x squared, that when I sum both of them, it is actually going to give me x, and the two factors are actually plus 4x and then minus 3x. Okay, so if you do plus 4x plus minus x, is this minus 3x is actually going to give you x. And if you also multiply positive 4x and then multiply by negative 3x, is actually going to give you minus 12x squared. So I'm going to use this to replace this x right here, and if I do that, I'm going to be having x squared plus 4x minus 3x, okay, minus 12 is equal to 0. Okay, so at this point I can now go ahead to simplify further by how I can factorize a common term here. So x is common here, bring it out. If you factorize x from x squared, x will remain. If you factorize x from here, 4 is actually going to remain. Okay, so 3 is minus 3 is common here, I can bring it out. If I factorize it here, x will remain, and then if I factorize it from minus 12x plus 4 is actually going to remain, and it is still equal to 0. Okay, so at this point I am going to collect all of these, and then since the two brackets are the same, I'm going to pick one. X minus 3 and then x plus 4 is equal to 0. Okay, so at this point you can see that s minus 3 is equal to 0, or x plus 4 is equal to 0, which implies that x is equal to 3, or x is equal to minus 4. Okay, so you can see that this x we have in this question, we've gotten this, that it is either x is equal to 3 or x is equal to minus 4. But the base, don't forget, this x is actually the base of this number. The base of a whole number cannot be negative, so we can have that, hence our x is actually going to be 3. And of course, if you want to confirm whether that is correct, it is just as good as you replacing 3 with replacing x with 3 right here, and then confirm that. So we can just do the check around here. When we try to convert this to base 10, this was what we had, and so we can just replace all of this x with 3, and then we're going to be having that this is 3 squared plus 3 squared plus x. Okay, 3 squared plus x, and it is equal to 9 plus 3, which is actually 12. So which means that the value of this 110 in base 3, 110 in base 3, because 3 is now our new x, is actually equal to 12. Is actually equal to 1. Okay, is actually equal to 12 in base 10. Okay, now that we have gotten that this is equal to 12 in base 10, if we replace it right here, okay, if we replace it here, we can just try to add all of these things. When we converted this, we got 18, and then we converted this one, we have 12. So you can now see that 18 plus 12 is actually going to give us 30, which when we also converted this to base 10, we had 30. So clearly you can see that it is correct. So that is how you can actually solve this kind of problem, and I guess you've actually understood it. Make sure you subscribe to our channel for more updates, and of course turn on the notification icon so that whenever we release new content, you will actually get to know about it. Of course, you go ahead and check it out for yourself. So thank you so much, and I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Bye.